Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning back in. Hope you guys are having a great day and doing good. Today we're talking about time. Way too often today do men waste their time. Time is one of the most valuable, actually, no, is the most valuable thing that you will have in your entire life. Time to spend with family, time to spend with friends, time to spend building yourself, your own empire, and ultimately becoming the man that you want to be. And that's something that money can never buy because money's a tool, right? Your mind is a tool too, but your mind is what gets you money. Your mind is also what buys time. So, um, and I'm going to be talking about a lot of things today: relationships, vices, video games, anime, the hub, you know, all that stuff, man, jobs, all that stuff. So, so check this out. I'm going to start off with my own personal experience. And then we can go into a little bit more other stuff later. But I'm going to talk about my last relationship, and I'm going to embarrass myself. So because this is some good information that you guys can learn from my mistakes. So I got with a girl quite a few months ago, and it was actually, I think it was around this time last year. Um, and I mean, she seemed decently pretty, down to earth, seemed reasonable, seemed feminine, right? You know, she was cooking for me, she was baking cookies, right? She always went along with what I wanted to do. We had the same sense of humor, we had the same morals, same values. Um, you know, we both wanted to head in the same direction, both wanted a family. The only thing that we didn't agree on was that I didn't want to get married and she did. Um, Now I was okay with uh a prenup, but at the same time, prenups get thrown out all the time. So marriage here in the West, absolutely no go. Nope. And there were a couple of things that happened in the relationship where I should have not wasted my time with and just cut it off early. Um, the first situation was um, when one of her friends, you know, came down to visit with her children and um, started using profanity around her own kids, and yet at the same time was getting on to her kids if they did the same thing, you know. And I I flat out said that's hypocrisy. Don't get on to your kids about using profanity if you're not going to set an example. Then definitely a red flag because she took offense to that. Um, didn't like what I said. And look, I said I'm gonna voice my opinion no matter what. If you got a problem with it, that's your problem. We can sit down, we can talk about it, but I'm gonna say what I say. I'm gonna say what I want to say, and I want to tell the truth for what it is. Uh, and so um, she backed down. She agreed, and that was that. Um, and then the next one was when I really should have broke things off, because her and I, we shit talk each other a lot. It's just who we are. And well, I know I should talk a lot. I should talk a lot. Because that's just how I show affection, right? That's how most guys are. Anyways, we're joking around, and she jokingly said one day that if she ever broke up with me, that I would be a loser. I said that wasn't okay. That wasn't cool. Um, and she broke down and was like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry," and everything like that. And I didn't really comfort her at all. Not until the end, because it went off into, family drama. And I shouldn't have got involved with family drama. Lesson learned. Um, but I did. Um, and I should have cut things off right then and there, because that right there, she was so comfortable and disrespecting me at that point. But you live and you learn, and that's something I'm going to take with me for next time. So, the last time, um, we were watching some YouTube, and there was a religious video that had popped up, and something over profanity. And I gave my views on profanity. Um, Keep in mind, this is Christianity, and um, she had never once read the Bible, or if that, very little at all, and had very little understanding of it. And so, um, she challenged me on it in a disrespectful way, and that started a disagreement, and it led into an argument. And so I had to take a step back. So I did, and I told her that I was this close to taking her back home and never talking to her again. And well, she didn't like that. And she retorted kind of with the same thing. Um, and we basically came to a conclusion that there will be no disrespect like that ever again, either from me or her. And I thought everything was fine. That happened a Sunday. That happened on a Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon, her, a former friend of mine, and I were gaming. And next day, midday Monday, I receive a text from her saying that she wants to talk. Well, I can guarantee you that I know where this is going. So I said, well, I can talk. I can talk today. I can, uh, uh, just tell me where you want to meet. I'll talk. And she said that she didn't want to, or that, not that she didn't want to, but that she couldn't because of work. And so it would be a couple of days until she could. And listen, guys, if someone is going to make you a priority, they're going to make time. So by them saying that they don't have time, they're making excuses. And so one of the huge lessons that I learned is that um, if someone's not going to make you a priority to try to speak with you, to either speak with you face to face to end things, or um, at least have a conversation about it sooner than later, right there the same day versus a couple of days later, you're better off ending it. Because uh, I had to ask her twice if she wanted to stay in the relationship, over text, of course, and that's one of the worst things you could do. And so, she said she didn't know. She didn't know if she wanted to stay in the relationship, and at that point, I should have just called it right there. Okay, well, since you don't know, I'm going to go ahead and make the decision for you. This is over. You can come get your things. And that's definitely what I'm going to do from now on. Uh, but I didn't, and I waited those days with a lot of anxiety, because that's what happens. That's what happens with people who genuinely want to have a conversation, right? And talk things through. Maybe not repair the relationship, but have a conversation on things. And Obviously, that day came and conversation didn't really go well. So, um, um, that was a huge waste of time. The situation was uh, not the learning aspect of the relationship. I learned a lot from the relationship. I really did. Um, and what happened after that was I fell into bad vices. I ended up getting into a bunch of gaming. Uh, Went back into Ark Survival Evolved, which is one of my favorite games. And I spent 6, 8, 10, 12 hours a day playing it. Right, wasting my life away. And then I began to realize that the time that I was wasting could be better put building myself, building skills, building towards a brighter and better future for myself. And I I eventually sold my PS5. I had an Xbox Series X too, but I sold that to get the PS5. So I sold the PS5, and I got into crafts, got into woodworking, metalworking. I got into welding. I got into a lot of other things, because it wasn't just that. It was music. It was drawing. It was painting. It was 3D printing. It was painting those 3D prints. It was building dioramas. It was um, learning how to sculpt, learning how to mold, learning how to film, edit. With YouTube. You know, and then learning how to start and grow a business. I began to invest into myself, right? Because that's better time spent than investing into someone else or something else, something that's not going to provide a return for you. And that's ultimately the way you got to look at things, guys, is that is the time I'm spending on this particular person or this particular thing, is that investment then going to provide a return for me? And you have to weigh out your pros and your cons. If it's up here, it's not going to work. If it's up here, yes, give it a shot. Until it starts becoming this way. At that point, you cut your losses. So, I stopped wasting my time. You know, when I was in school, I saw a lot of beautiful women walking around. A lot of beautiful women walking around. But a lot of them were not respecting themselves and wearing some really skanky stuff. Really short skirts, really tight shirts, see-through shirts. It was gross. It was really gross. Um, then a lot of them, obviously, party life, drinking, partying, um, and just collecting debt, all while partying and drinking. And so I knew all that was a waste of time. And the more information I came across, some YouTube channels like A Man's Advice or Legion of Men or Strong Successful Male. I began to realize that um, it's something that I had known all along, but to really watch it play out in front of you every single day, you become more and more convinced that just searching for a unicorn in this society, this culture, is absolutely a waste of time. So what are you going to do? Spend 5, 10 years looking for someone decent? No, absolutely not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to better spend my time, invest in myself, grow myself, become successful, go overseas and find a woman overseas. And listen, for my passport bros out here, look, you've got to think about this too, because ultimately this can waste your time. And I say that because obviously we know about the chicks who are looking for green cards. We know about the chicks who are looking to take advantage of American men. We know that. But here's something that a lot of passport bros don't think about. A lot of men think about when they go overseas for a better life, or a family. See, looking for a family is that America is the only country out of the entire world right now that has a Second Amendment. And so you can come back, you can buy a plot of land, you can build a house. If you're successful enough, you can move your family there and bring their family with if they want to come along. And you can buy firearms to protect not just yourself, but your family. That's what a lot of guys don't think about. If you're going and you're living overseas, the criminals over there aren't going to care about the laws. And you don't get as much leeway at all because you're a foreigner. So you're in between a rock and a hard place with hardly any ability to defend yourself or your family. So that's why I say I'm going to find a woman overseas, and if their family wants to come with us, they're more than welcome to. So that she can be around family, we can all be around each other. Come back over here. That way I can defend myself and my family. And you know, the parents there can worry about defending themselves. So that's something to just think about. But ultimately, your time is valuable. So spend it wisely. Really think about the time that you're investing into something or someone is going to provide a profitable return for you. Because you're the only one that reaps the rewards and also reaps the consequences for your actions. So, well, until you get into a family, because then they reap the consequences and rewards too. But that's for a different video. Um, that's pretty much all I got for today, guys. Be careful with your time. Make sure you're spending it wisely. So, that being said, if this video helped you out at all, please like, share, subscribe, support the channel, guys. I want to spread this message to as far and as wide as possible because I want to reach out and touch as many men as possible. That sounded really dirty, so let me rephrase that. I want to reach as many men, especially, well, I mean people, but as many men as possible so that they can receive this information because this is a lot of good information for them. There's a lot of men out there that really need this message. I was one of them. So do me a favor, guys, help me out. If you help me out, it helps you out. All right. So I appreciate that, guys. Let's continue to grow this thing, right? I really want to see this thing pop off. I really want to see this channel blow up because I have some really big plans for all of us. I really want to change this culture. I really want to improve our society. I really want to change the way things are so that we're not struggling so much, so that we can prosper and have great families and great lives. So I'd appreciate the help, guys. Um, if you guys happen to have any thoughts, your own experiences, any nuggets of knowledge, absolutely drop them in the comment section. Matter of fact, I'm very curious to know what you guys are going through or have been through and what you've learned. So the point of the channel is to come together and learn and grow together. That's what it's hence the name, right? So, and listen, again, guys, I don't have this all figured out. Again, I don't think anybody really ever does. That's why we spend a whole lifetime to figure things out. And so let's come together and figure it out together, guys. So appreciate you guys for all that you're doing. You guys are rock stars. You guys are killing it, man. You guys are killing it. We're almost back up to 215 subs again, and you guys are really engaging with the channel. And man, I'm so just blown away. Shout out real quick to my boy Flayboy or Flawboy. My guy, you got to do something about that spelling, okay? Condense it down to one syllable. Anything after one syllable is going to confuse me. But listen, man, you're killing it. You're doing a good job. Really, really taking charge of your life. Really taking hold of it and doing things for you, and that's great, man. That's great. I'm proud of you. You're doing good. You're doing really good, man. Keep it up. So that being said, just like my boy, guys, make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves. Okay, both mind and body, especially up here in the mind. Now, of course, the body as well. I still have a long way to go to lose weight. But as you guys have seen the results from the 30-day challenge, I've made some really good results already. And so I'm looking forward to the next challenge. I'm going to restart the 30-day challenge for next month, and complete it. Absolutely complete it. So that being said, guys, make sure you're getting fit as well. You never know. You never know when an attack will come from, whether it'll be a person or an animal. Well, another animal. Coyote. Maybe a juvenile wolf, a leopard. You don't know. And so you want to make sure you're as physically capable as possible, because your family is going to depend on you. And you have to be ready and able. So get fit in the mind, get fit in the body. All right. If you need to talk to somebody, if you need mental help, talk to someone. Okay. This channel is always open for you guys. If you're having a rough time, leave a comment in the comment section, man. Absolutely. I'll be more than happy to reach out to you and talk with you and help you through things. All right? That's what the channel's here for. To uplift each other. All right? Push each other in the right direction. To grow, to be better. To be better men, the best versions of ourselves as we can be. All right? So I'm rambling on enough. So, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel and sticking with me. Words can't express just how much this channel is impacting lives, and how well you guys are receiving the information and applying it to your lives, and just how much you guys are sharing and really engaging. So again, I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate every comment, every like, every subscribe. I appreciate it all. So thanks again, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in and watching as always. If I haven't said that before, talk to you guys soon.